And he always said to me, there's things that people miss, which is they find an excuse instead of finding a way. They go, so you always ask yourself, how else and until. So if it doesn't work this way, you have to ask yourself, how else can I make it happen? How else can I make it work? There's always another way. Hey everybody, GVB Mind Warrior here in the dojo. Welcome to 2023. We've got much more to do this year, many more things to work towards. So let's get our goals in place. And it's not about the start of the new year. It's not about having a New Year's resolution. It's about if you have something that was unfinished from last year, have something you wanted to work towards for this year, let's start it. Let's start it today. And let's start it by keeping a journal. And you need to keep a journal because you need detailed notes. You need repetition in every way, shape, and form. And this becomes mental as well as physical. You do the physical practice based upon the things you've prepared for mentally. So when I get my journal, I write one paragraph about my goals and aims for the year as if I've already achieved them. I am this because of this. I am this because I outwork people. I am this because I outthink people. I am this because I outperform. This is why I'm here. And then I put the pieces in place of the training I need to do to bring me up to that level to make me that. Because if you don't do that and you go, I want to be this and I want to be that, I can tell you the amount of times I've been told by people in my life, oh yeah, I want to make movies. Oh yeah, I want to do that. Oh yeah, I want to be a bodybuilder. Why aren't you starting? Where's the work? Show me what you've made. If you haven't done anything, you haven't made anything, you haven't progressed towards anything, you're just full of hot air. And there's enough people out there today full of hot air, besides myself, that don't actually put anything into play. So let's start putting things into practice. Let's put our words on the table and go, you know what? Put my face to the fire and be prepared to work to what I want to get to. Life is really short. It's really short. Before you know it, you're going to be 5 years older, 10 years older. So what have you done in that time frame? If you want to study psychology, it's 4 years. Start today. In 4 years' time, you're 4 years older no matter what. So why not be a 4-year-older psychologist? So work towards your goals, really. And by having the detailed journal in place, you're not only rewriting and reinforcing those goals every single day. See, I'm not a believer of that 21-day thing. I think you do it until. My father taught me a great lesson in my life. My dad was actually tomorrow is the 60th anniversary of my father's Cook Strait crossing between the North to South Islands in New Zealand. So in 1963, January 15th, my father set out to cross Cook Strait. Now the record at the time was 5 hours, 14 minutes. Now he set out really strongly on that day and he set a brand new record of 3 hours, 40 minutes, a record that still stands to this day. Now the thing about my dad is my dad can't swim and he built his own kayaks. So this is a guy that had very little money, very little backing, but still managed to make this happen. And for a record of that to stand for 60 years, it's a huge achievement. And he always said to me, there's things that people miss, which is they find an excuse instead of finding a way. They go, so you always ask yourself, how else and until. So if it doesn't work this way, you have to ask yourself, how else can I make it happen? How else can I make it work? There's always another way. And when you do start and you do get on the path, you keep going until you reach the end. And until you've done it enough where you feel like you can move on. That happened to me with bodybuilding. It's happened to me with a lot of my sports in my time when I have actually gotten to the point what I wanted to achieve, which was national championships or world championships, and I felt I'd done it. I thought, you know what, now it's time to move on. Because I achieved the goal and more. I never finished short, I finished. And then I finished and some. Because I think we owe it to ourselves to see how far we can go. Because what happens from this mightn't be the thing, but this might be the thing that takes you to the thing you want to be. But every step you must make takes you closer and takes you closer. And if you're not always putting yourself into this and giving it 100% effort, then at the end of the day, you've become mediocre. And there's too many mediocre people out there right now. So when you set up to do something, take it to the highest level. Learn more than everyone else. Do more than everyone else. Become more than everyone else. And that takes time. That takes immersion. You must immerse yourself inside the whole thing. And if you do that, you will grow and you will learn so fast. So if you look at the brain builds more neural pathways to the thing you think about the most, almost building like a superhighway for information to travel. So if you actually invest yourself, your time, your spirit, and your heart inside a particular event or thing you want to be good at, then you will learn fast. It'll become quicker and quicker and quicker, and you'll get there faster. And the best part about becoming great at something is you can take those base skill sets that you've got from that, those foundational qualities, and you can apply it to the next thing. And by doing that and understanding that, you can shave years off your learning time of the next thing you do because you've taken it to that level and you've taken the time to build that foundation. So 2023, this is the year we're going to get some stuff done. So get your head in the space, get your body in the game, put your face to the fire, be willing to take the hits, put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, the years, whatever it takes to get to where you want to go and actually get there. And when you get there, it's a great view from the top. Enjoy it. GVB out.